All right, looks like it's leveled off here, Kirk. Let's get started. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much again for joining us this afternoon, evening. I am Tanya Sons with Create Your Cruise, and here we have Kirk Diebold with me. He is a strategic account manager with Royal Caribbean and a very dear friend. So today
Thank
we
you.
are going to talk about Legend of the Seas, which is always exciting. And if you're new here, we do these webinars about 3 times a month, and we post them on our YouTube channel. So you can follow Create Your Cruise on YouTube to see all of our content, and we will continue to be sending out information on these as we continue to do them. So, Kirk, welcome so much, or welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome. And while
Thank
you are
you.
presenting, if anyone has questions, please throw those in the Q&A or chat box, and Julie, who is with us, is going to be handling those as we go.
All right. Well, thank you, Tawny. It's so funny that we're having Legend now. I feel like we just did Icon. Oh, and then by the way, there was Star, and now we're
Yep,
doing Legend.
I
Guys,
know.
these ships are they're coming out like crazy and they're
And
absolutely
Hero just
amazing.
announced.
I'm sorry.
And Hero just announced. So
Yeah, and
we're
Hero just is my goodness, what is going on? I think the fifth one is Kirk of the Seas. I voted for that. We'll see.
I
But
dedicate myself as the godmother.
you'll be the godmother. Perfect. That's awesome. No, it's really exciting. You know, these ships really have changed the industry. Not only with everything going on, but you know, it's being mimicked and it's just a testament to what Royal Caribbean does. I mean, definitely the most innovative classes of ships in the world, and there's more to come too. So we're really excited about it. I know we were just talking about this, but of course, here we go.
Oh,
This is our third Icon class ship, guys, to come into fleet. So we originally had Icon, then we had Star, and now introducing Legend of the Seas. There are over 2,800 staterooms. The ship holds 7,600 guests. I know, guys, I know that sounds crazy. However, and Tony and I will attest to this here as we go along, the way this ship is designed, people organically find their spots on these ships. It's absolutely
yeah,
amazing.
it
It's
is.
over 20 decks of pleasure. Um, and it's our fourth ship that's powered by LNG. So we're really, you know, pushing forward to be more environmentally protective of the world we live in. I'm sorry, Tony, you were going to say something?
No, you're good. I was just going to
Okay.
say I agree with you because I I'm for being a smaller ship person in general, like my personality type, I find I enjoyed Icon class, Icon Star, and soon to be Legend over the Oasis class even because I really thought that the design was well laid out to the point where the flow is just really good. You don't find as many places where kind of people get stuck gathering or transiting. It's just so well thought out. So I love this class of ship for anyone who is scared of a big ship. This is one I would tell you not to be scared of.
I love that you say that. My demographic where I live in my territory, I cover the villages and Sun City. And those folks, you know, in the past, when I talk about these ships, it was, well, we've got the small ones out of Tampa, but the ones that have been on these absolutely love them. And I continuously get back-to-back sailors. So it's definitely a testament again to the way this ship has been designed. By the way, the ship will come out this summer. It will start sailing out of Barcelona and Rome, and I'll talk more about this here towards the end. And then it comes over to Fort Lauderdale. So I want you guys to think about that. If anyone is interested in a transatlantic from taking this beautiful brand new ship from Rome over to Fort Lauderdale, that will be coming in the latter months of this summer. So, sort of what Tony and I were talking about with the design of the ship, what makes it so unique are the neighborhoods. There are 8 total neighborhoods. I'm not going to go in
There we go.
great detail, but the Thrill Island guys, this is where you're going to find all the water park, not the slides, a literal water park. I do want to mention this too, because I think this is pretty cool. The pumps that power the water on the water slides, the energy is generated from the garbage that we're burning on the ship.
Oh,
So we're
wow. I didn't know that.
repurposing. I love it. I love that we do that. It's amazing. This is the big one. This is the neighborhood that really defines
Hmm.
this ship because when you have folks that talk about, oh, there's just too many kids, guys, Surfside neighborhood. It is a dedicated neighborhood specifically for families. If you're familiar with the Oasis class ships, this is where that would be on those ships. So Surfside neighborhood is really where the old boardwalk used to be on the Oasis class. Then there's Chill Island, where you'll find 5 pools just in this area. The Hideaway, which is our adults only section of the ship, which is incredible. The Aquadome, which is obviously that dome that you see in the front of the ship. We have a new suites neighborhood. We're really amping the game up here with our suites class, and we finally have some amazing neighborhood amenities for them. The Royal Promenade is like nothing you will ever see. The minute you walk on this ship, you will be blown away. It is absolutely incredible. I'll show you a bigger picture of it here in a second. And then, of course, we have Central Park. So, again, if you're familiar with the layout of the Oasis class, this also has a Central Park, but much larger. Many more things to do in there as well. I mentioned the Thrill Island, and this is a particular area of the ship that is designed where everything is located in one area, whether it's the sports court, the putt-putt golf, the flow rider, the water park that I was talking about, and the excuse me, and then there's some great eateries around here as well. And I can't wait to talk about those because
Yep.
this
I
ship
think,
offers
yeah,
28 different areas to eat on the ship, and most of those are complimentary. So I can't wait to tell you about that.
absolutely. I think I would just pop in here because I want to say
Yeah.
two things. First
Okay.
is that I feel like Thrill Island was such a win. This is a big part of the reason for me why I feel like the flow of the Icon class ships is so much better because you now have everything focused in one area. So this really frees up the pool deck area, that whole section with the 5 different pools. It just creates this organic flow of people. So instead of waiting for lounge chairs or whatever, you can try different pools throughout the day. You have the hideaway and everything centralizes where it's supposed to go. So it's not scattered in any way across the ship. So I really think for me, the Thrill Island is what made the flow of the ship flow so well.
Yeah, and I would think that 80% of the kids are going to be in this area. So when you're
Yeah.
talking about, we have 7 pools on this ship, 7 pools on 5 different decks. So it really spreads everything out. So there's not going to be a lot of families running around in maybe some of the pools that you're going to be in. And we'll go over those here in a second. But you hit it right on the head, Tony. The way that it's designed is perfect. It really is. And then directly below that is where the Surfside neighborhood is. This area also has what's called the Crown's Edge. This is what you're harnessed in. It's a little,
Thrill
it's a little
seeker.
intimidating. What's
Yeah.
that?
Thrill seeker.
Yes, definitely not me. I'll watch. Now there is a fee for this. We can't have 7,600 people standing in line to go on this. I think the average price is $25 to $35, depending on whether it's at sea or in port. Of course, we have complimentary mini golf. There's complimentary flow rider, complimentary rock climbing walls, and then the sports courts. And guys, we play everything on here from pickleball to
Yes,
basketball.
pickleball.
Yeah,
All of you are
pickleball
going to
is
ask,
huge.
so I'll just answer it all the way. You will find lots of pickleball on these ships, which is great. The sports courts are huge and roped in, netted in, I should say. I'm sorry. So excellent if you are into pickleball.
3 courts on that, guys. So if you have any pickleball leagues and you want to do pickleball at sea, our ships, especially this one, are perfect for that. Now, I mentioned some different dining options. Base camp, guys, this is located right across from that water park underneath another area. There's a bar area in here, and then there's base camp. This is complimentary. Hamburgers, hot dogs, pretzel bites with cheese sauce, chicken strips. They have smash burgers here that are absolutely insanely delicious. I love them better than our Johnny Rockets hamburgers. They're great. So again, this is another one of those complimentary dining experiences. What's great about it too is the location, because when you have people that are in the water park and then they get hungry, they don't have to put all their clothes on, go in the windjammer. They have this right across the area where they can just go grab a treat.
A
Also,
nice casual eatery too.
it is very casual, and this is one of Tawny's favorites because we know she likes her milkshakes. We have the iconic treats at our deserted milkshake bar. These are going to be more of an elevated milkshake experience,
They're
and
insane.
there is a cost for these guys. They're huge.
They're
Um,
insane.
yeah, you can see the kids carrying them right there. They're absolutely insane. But it is another area that's located right there where those water slides are.
Absolutely. Social media worthy milkshakes, guys. These are
Uh,
delicious and beautiful.
Yeah, you could probably create a whole social media page just based on those dessert. Ooh, that's a good idea. Dessert page or something where you go around to different
Royal
ships.
desserts.
All right, there you go. Here's a great image, guys, of this Surfside neighborhood. If you look and you see those colored rooms there, the teal rooms, those are going to be our Surfside suites, Surfside family suites. I'll show you another image of what those look like here in a second. The windows, that is basically an area where the kids have their own, it's a couch and then it folds out into a bed. So that area sleeps too. Now, granted, guys, if you have adult-sized children, they're not going to fit in there. So please, when you're talking with your travel experts, let's make sure that we're putting your families in the right cabins here too. But that room will sleep up to four guests. But what a great area. Again, in this area, you're going to find so many different amenities. Families never have to leave here. I'll talk about those here, right here. So we got the splashaway bay for the babies. We've got a playscape for the kiddos. This is where the arcade is. Adventure Ocean Kids Club is right nearby. So it's not all the way in the front of the ship. It's right around the corner, guys. So if your family is in a Surfside neighborhood, you simply go out a door, you're in the Adventure Ocean Kids Club, the Teen Social Club, and then you're right back out there. We've got the Water's Edge pool. This is an infinity pool for adults and children. And then, of course, our world famous carousel. Now, I will announce there's something unique about the carousel on this ship. It'll be here in a second. The Surfside Eatery, guys, this is also, all of these are in the Surfside. So the Surfside Eatery is going to be very similar to the Windjammer. It's going to be the same layout. So, but again, it is in the Surfside neighborhood. So once again, families, especially with small children, don't have to gather their belongings, put all their clothes back on from swimming, go up the elevators, go to deck 15. You don't have to do that. It's right here for you at Surfside Neighborhood. We also have a little Surfside Bites. This is where you can go and get little small bites if you don't want to sit down and have a meal at the eatery. And then we have Pier 7, and this is a very unique specialty dining experience. Again, located in Surfside neighborhood. So we've really done a great job, guys, with making sure that families can have everything catered to them in the Surfside neighborhood. All right. I know Tawny made a comment about this. Guys, you know how famous the ducks are on these Royal Caribbean ships.
It's an homage to
So
ducks.
it's to duck for. We could not make a carousel without having these ducks. So it is it's a tribute to the ducks that are constantly on our ships. I think they have their own social media pages as well. But everyone's loving it. So everyone
Yep.
can't wait to get on here to see this type of carousel.
There are
Oh,
also two food and beverage items specifically, I think, that you should give a try if you're going to be in Surfside. Number one is the popcorn chicken in the Surfside Eatery. For some reason, it's the best there than it is anywhere on the ship. We would go there pretty much every day just to get a little handful of popcorn chicken. And also, there's a really cool bar in the back that does custom lemonades.
oh my
So
gosh.
make sure you try those when you're on board because they are excellent.
Guys, I apologize. I forgot about the bar back there too. So adults don't have to leave. I do want to mention before I forget, every bar has signature cocktails that can only be found at those locations. They also have mocktails for the kiddos so that they can get, strawberry daiquiris or whatever the flavor is or whatever the unique mocktail is for that bar in that location of the ship. So, geez, guys, look at that Chill Island. That thing's massive. You can see the pool up there at the very top. That is the largest pool at sea. It's 40,000 gallons. But you can see all the other pools. There's five pools specifically located in this area. We've got a cove pool, which I have to tell you, I've been on probably 4 or 5 sailings now. I want to say five. I've never seen anyone in the cove pool. I don't think they know about it. It's a hidden gem.
I see a couple people each time, but
It's
it's like a
not a
very
lot.
relaxed, quiet space with a beautiful view, like everything's floor to
It
ceiling
is
glass. So
definitely
you can
quiet.
get quite a
All of
view.
the pools too are infinity pools. So they go up to the very edge of the ship. That's also something very unique when you go in the promenade. All of the venue space, this ship seems so much wider. because the venues go out to the edge of the ship with windows and more views of the water. We have the Royal Bay Pool. That's the largest pool at sea. This is one of my favorites, guys. We have two adults only pools on these classes of ships. So the Swim and Tonic, which is very unique. I love it.
It's
It's a
swim up
great area.
bar,
Yeah.
tables built in, so it's a very social area. I love that it is adults only. I feel like it's a well thought out location. And also, if you are into gin and tonics, I think Julie and I, she's on here, but we tried every single one on the menu because we were just curious, and there was only one that I kind of didn't like, didn't love, but the rest of them are delicious.
I think
Very
I know what you're
craft
talking about.
cocktails, fresh ingredients, really, really cool bar.
Yeah, I love the name. It's a great
Yeah.
name. Swim and Tonic. And more to come on that when we have our future webinar on Hero. And then, of course, Cloud 7. This originally was an adults only pool, but it never made it. So it's for kiddos as well. Again, much like the Cove pool, I don't see a lot of people here. So it's great
Sounds
little
low.
hidden gems. Again, 7 pools on 5 different decks, guys. That's incredible. I believe this is one of Julie's favorites, the casitas, which are located on all over the pool decks. They're theirs for you to rent. You've got little signage that indicates it's yours. You'll have attendants that will come up and serve you. It's just a great relaxing area where you don't have to necessarily be around the pool area, but you are on the pool deck. So
Yeah.
great vibes there as well.
It's also great if you know you want to spend the whole like if you have a sea day and you know I want to spend the whole day by the pool, I might want a little shade, I want a little sun. Those casitas are a great way to ensure that that whole day goes
The other
flawless
thing
for you.
too, guys, is we all know it can be a little frustrating, especially on smaller ships, of getting an actual good spot in the pool area. But I have to tell you, 7 pools on 5 different decks makes it really easy. However, these casitas will guarantee you a spot on the pool deck. So it's a little bit elevated service. It's awesome. So in the Chill Island 2, you're going to find some other complimentary dining experiences. So I showed you base camp, I showed you deserted, which there are some complimentary items in there, but those elevated milkshakes are not. We've got the Windjammer, we've got a fan favorite, El Loco Fresh. It's funny because El Loco Fresh originally was on Perfect Day, and it was received so well that we now have it on our ships, and it's called El Loco Fresh. Again, complimentary. It's one of my favorite places. I love um, making my own tacos, my own burritos. I like taking the chips and pouring the chili sauce all over them, making a mess.
It's
I
one
love
place
it.
where there's like always a line, but it's always moving fast because it's counter quick service. So that's a great place to grab a quick bite. Don't be intimidated if you see a small line.
Too, guys, and that reminds me because I was just talking about being messy. The cleanliness of these ships is unbelievable. I don't want to compare it to a land-based experience that we can all talk about, but I'm telling you, these ships are spotless. It really feels like they're brand new every time you get on them. The Hideaway, now this is where you're going to find me. If you're on one of these sailings with my wife and me, you will find us here. So you can see your own lounge area over there. You can see the floating pool. So this pool, guys, is elevated 85 feet above the Surfside neighborhood below it. And again, it's an infinity pool, so it comes out directly to the edge. There are loungers, those 3 that you can see there, those are for rent. Those are not first come, first serve. Can you imagine if 7,600 people were fighting over those things? So those are for rent. And then below that is a great bar area called the Sunset Lounge. So again, guys, in this area, you've got the Hideaway Pool, you've got your own dedicated DJ. It's
It's a
the,
vibe.
I'm sorry,
It's absolutely a vibe in there. Like it's
it is
it's
a
not
vibe.
just a quiet, relaxed pool day. It's quiet, it's comfortable, it's not like a party, but it is a nice, you always have some background music going. There's always great bar service. There's people with high energy, people with low energy. It's just like a really nice adults only area.
It is. It's like trance music. It's relaxing, chill music is what it is. And it's spectacular. I love it.
Nice.
So guys, I mentioned 2 pools on this ship that are adults only. So adults only on Royal Caribbean is 18 and up. We do have lifeguards there. They do police this area too. So if they do see young children, they will ask the parents, to escort them out. Even, a lot of times they come down to tell their parents where they're going. That's fine, but we just can't have this area. It's got to
Not a
stay adults
hangout
only.
spot. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of
You guys
course,
do a good
that
job with that.
wraparound hideaway bar that you can see in the foreground of that bottom right-hand slide. It's the Sunset Lounge. It is gorgeous. I love going there and I like going there watching the people in the pool. I think it's just a great spot. So I know I've said this quite a few times now. I'll fly through this. 7 pools on 5 different decks, and this is where you're going to find them. We've got the Grove Pool, which is dedicated to our suite guests, the Swim and Tonic, Cloud 17, the Royal Bay, the largest pool at sea, Cove Pool, that's the one I told you is a hidden gem. Tawny testified to that. Got the Surfside Water's Edge, which is for our Surfside guests. Those are for adults and children. And then, of course, the Hideaway Pool. So, again, 2 pools, adults only. Central Park, the largest Central Parks out of all of our fleets. So, these Icon class ships. On Oasis class ships, we have 12,500 plants on these ships. On Icon
Real
class,
plants.
we have almost 14,000. It's absolutely incredible. And guys, we've really elevated this area with all different types of specialty dining. There's some unique music places to go here. It's just a great spot. I love it. What I really love, I'm going to go back here. If you look up and you see that glass wall with the copper roof on it, there underneath there's an entranceway to get down to the promenade. So again, another great feature where you don't have to go to either side of Central Park, get in the elevators or the stairwell to go down a floor to get to the promenade. You can get there directly from Central Park. So it really helps with the flow.
I think that should be like the theme of the ship. It's great flow.
It is
The
great flow.
passenger
You're right.
flow just works. It's so lovely.
Ooh, flow of the
Ooh.
seas. Next
Ooh,
ship name.
I'm really excited about the Hollywoodland Supper Club
Oh, I
concept.
can't wait
So
to tell you about
we're
that
gonna
one.
go into it in a little bit, guys, but we're gonna talk more about that.
Yeah, that's such a unique experience. So, guys, I mentioned all of the unique experiences for just dining, or if you just want to chill at one of our bars. We have Bubbles, which is a champagne and prosecco only bar. We've got Lou's Jazz and Blues, and guys, this area will blow you away. When you get in there at nighttime, they open up all the doors. So the live orchestra, yes, orchestra, and I'll explain why. When they're playing their music, it flows out into Central Park. So the entire area can hear this gorgeous music. So there's a 15-piece orchestra. It might even be larger on this ship, but there's a 15-piece orchestra that performs in our Broadway shows. And I'll tell you what the one is on this in a little bit. But that whole team will then come up into Lou's Jazz and Blues and play for the whole night. It's amazing. I love it. We've got Chops Grill located in this area. Hollywood Land Supper Club is in this area. Izumi Hibachi and Sushi, and Izumi in the Park if you just want to go to the
Counter service?
pickup win. Yeah. Have you done that, Tony?
Yes. It's
Okay.
really like I love a good counter service, probably, especially on a cruise ship, because I kind of want to try things from all over the place, right? You want the full experience. So I love a counter service. I love the El Loco Fresh. I love Zumi in the Park. I love just going and grabbing those popcorn chicken bites, just kind of a little bite here and a little bite there.
The in the Izumi in the Park, guys, it's an a la carte option. So I'm really happy about the pricing because I know if I go get sushi here locally, I'm paying anywhere from 12, 14, and up. And Izumi in the Park, $8 for sushi rolls. That's nothing. So that's awesome if you
And
just
you
want to
can
grab
just
a
get
bite.
one and carry it around or have a seat there. Yes.
Yeah, it's
And
it's a
Park
great
Cafe
spot.
is also kind of a counter service concept as well.
Park Cafe, that's where a lot of people, guys, here's a tip. Well, especially on this ship, if you want to avoid the windjammer on day one, you simply got Park Cafe. But there are, I think, there's 17 different complimentary dining options to choose from on this ship. And I'll have a list of them here for in a second.
Yes.
And then Trellis Bar. Trellis Bar is a great spot. What's unique about this Trellis Bar is that it is right next to Chops. So if you want to eat certain items off the Chops menu, you can sit at the trellis bar and order some of those items. It might be filet bites. It might be some of the other items they have, like a shrimp cocktail. There's a great list of items that you can order from Chops where you don't have to sit there for 2 hours and you can order them at the trellis bar. I love that.
Pro tip. That's a
Yes,
pro
another pro
tip.
tip. And I've got another one here in a second because it's here in the Aquadome. Guys, this is my favorite part of this ship. It is absolutely stunning. So if you've ever wondered what is under that dome, it is our Aqua Theater. So on Oasis class, we have the Aqua Theater in the aft of the ship. This is in the front of the ship. And because it's domed, the show will always go on. So in inclement weather, even if the ship is rocky, they can stabilize this ship in ways it's unimaginable on our other ships. The dome here that you see in this picture, the screen is actually these lenses and they will open up during the day. So it allows all this light in. But for the show, they close and it turns into a theater where we can project images during the show. On the right-hand side of this photo, that is what is in front of this dome. It's called the Overlook Lounge. We have our Overlook pods here, and guys, it is gorgeous. Tony and I were talking before this presentation of how it's very similar to my sister company, Celebrity. It has that feel to it. It's a very elegant feel. And I have people come back to me all the time and tell me how shocked they are of this area. It's just gorgeous, absolutely
And
stunning.
because it's like in the front, and maybe it takes people a little while to realize it's there, it always has such a smooth, like it's never crowded, it's pretty quiet, it's very
Never.
beautiful. You have these great views. And I have to say about the Aquadome, because the first time I walked in there, I my breath was taken. I've been cruising for over 20 years since I was a kid, and from a design and technological standpoint, I could never imagine that this kind of thing could come to life on a ship. Like it's really incredible. The lights change, the screens change. It's completely overwhelming your senses in a really great way.
You just gave me chills. I was just thinking about, no, I was just thinking about some of the shows I've seen there. I love the auditorium here, guys. It's an open arena. So while you're sitting down there, there's also lounge chairs. And what's great too is there's some great dining options under this dome that you can be eating while the show's going on. It's really, it's a marvel. It really is. It's
It is.
unbelievable. However, I have another marvel here for you. This is the Royal Promenade. Guys, I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. You will be blown away when you see the size of this promenade. It's gorgeous. Also, the pearl that you see right there on the out, you can't really tell in this picture. That is the largest. So we have three of these on three of our ships so far. This is the largest kinetic artwork in the world. So those tiles in there, they move and they shimmer and they change colors. They're all these LED tiles. Everyone gets their picture taken here. Everyone. It's definitely a stopping point.
There's also
What's
sound. So there's
yes,
sound built
there
into
is.
there when you're inside kind of this dome with music playing too. So if you catch it when the music is on, it's really cool experience.
In where it takes you, there's a stairwell there. Guys, there's two levels to the promenade and it continuously flows. So there's no stopping, there's no it's the floors are wide open and there's also specialty dining up here as well in some bars.
It feels
But
about double the size of an Oasis class, I would say.
the
Like it
promenade is definitely double the size.
in width.
However, the ship, the width of it is not. It's the way we've designed this, guys. Again, remember I told you in the beginning, it's kind of this infinity feel. So we have all of the venue space going out to the edge of the ship versus bringing in the facades of the venue space into the promenade. So it's just, these engineers are incredible.
They
I
are.
they blow my mind away. In this promenade as well, you'll find Absolute Zero. This is our ice skating rink. Yes, I said an ice skating rink. About 80% of our ships have ice skating rinks. Guys, this is where our performers, who are primarily former Olympian athletes from all over the world, have an opportunity to showcase their talents. What is so unique about these ice skating rinks versus the other ones that we have is that these are round. So this is a round theater. So when ice skaters build up momentum, they do that in circular paths. So on our other ice skating rinks that are square, it's a much smaller surface area. So they can do unique tricks and stunts. They do stuff here that makes me cringe. I can't believe all of the different stunts and things they do. It's absolutely amazing. Our legendary nightlife and bars that we have. We've got a dueling piano bar on this ship, which is absolutely stunning. What's cool too is you can be in the bar, but remember, I mentioned that these bars, the way they're designed and on the promenade, you can watch it from outside in the promenade as well. We've got the two-story music hall that has great bands that we bring in from Vegas. We've got the 1400 lobby bar, my favorite. Boleros, of course, another fan favorite, the Point and Feather, Spotlight Karaoke, the Schooner Bar, and then the Attic, which is where we have our comedy shows.
There's so much to do at night. I think that's something that the Royal Caribbean does that nobody else in the cruise industry does nearly as well as you, which is every type of entertainment that you want has its own venue. So you have the piano, you have Latin music and bolero. So you're going to have rock music and sing along music and music hall. You're going to have jazz, you're going to have supper club style. You have all of these options. So every single night can be something different. That's something that you can really only find on Royal Caribbean.
Yeah, and guys, don't forget about the shows because
Yeah, that's true.
while you can go to all these different activities and entertainment, there are three major productions going on. And the big one for this, the announcement is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I cannot wait.
I know.
Um, so just to remind everybody, on Icon of the Seas, we had Wizard of Oz come out, and I have to tell you, I've never, ever, I've been to London to see plays, I've been to New York, I've been all over. I love theater, I love the plays. I've never seen a play like that before. It starts off in black and white, it turns to color. Dorothy flies over the audience, the flying monkeys are over the audience. Then on Star of the Seas, we have Back to the Future. And guys, I cannot wait to see what we do at Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. We typically bring in the best talent there is in the world that tries out for our shows. And I do believe that we have the best entertainment out there at sea. Speaking of talent, we have partnered with America's Got Talent. So, live
Oh,
on
cool.
stage on Legend of the Seas, on particular nights, you are going to see talent from the TV show America's Got Talent being featured on Royal Caribbean. Guys, what's so great about this show is that each of these shows are so unique. They're all different. We have these folks that come on and they'll sign a contract. Maybe they're on for a couple weeks, maybe they're on for a couple months, but it's a different show every round, which is great. So imagine all of the talent that you've seen, or if you've never seen America's Got Talent, just imagine all the different acts that are going to be on this ship. I can't wait. Again, I love our entertainment. I think it really separates us from other brands. So
Definitely.
we're coming out with some very unique dining experiences. This is one of those that you see here. This is our celebration table. So if you're having a big wedding, if there's a reunion, whatever it is, a birthday, whatever you're celebrating, this is where that can be done. This is also where we have chef's table. And I want you guys to see on the right-hand side there, all those windows, the positioning of where this room is. While you're dining, you're looking out over the ocean. It's amazing. All right, I promised you I was going to have a list of all of the different specialty dining and partial list of our complimentary. So we've got Giovanni's Italian Kitchen, the Chops Grill, Hooked, the Hibachi, the Celebration Table, Pier 7 Playmakers, Hollywood Supper Club, the Royal Railway. I'll talk about those here in a second. I
I
will
feel
get
like
there,
you're an
I promise.
auctioneer right now.
I know. Okay, complimentary, guys, this is
Wait,
half the list.
before you move on, I have two recommendations from a
Okay,
travel
yes,
professional standpoint. Number one, if you would like to try the Supper Club or the Royal Railway, you must book early.
yes.
Number two, I recommend the dining package because a lot of these places will not only offer dinner, but also lunch. So if you have an ultimate dining package, you can enjoy dinner and lunch in specialty restaurants. Those are my
Yeah,
two
and
first
guys,
tips.
I did just look up pricing on an Icon sailing that is in September, and the price of the unlimited dining package, where you can eat as many times as you want, And lunch at our specialty dining restaurants was $55 per person per day. I can't even go to
Yep.
Chili's for that.
Yep.
So if that's an interest to you, look at all of these options, guys. It's amazing.
I
So,
always do
so
it. I
I do
find
want to
it so
mention
worth
though,
it.
that dining package does not include celebration table, supper club, or the railway. Those are more of an
Correct.
elevated experience, and they're very limited in seating. So the
Yep.
Hollywood Supper Club, I believe, holds 42 guests. The Royal Railway is 48 guests. Celebration table is only, oh my gosh, I think 16 guests.
And
So
sometimes it's used for chef's table. So yes, those are experiences, not
yes.
specialty dinners. So those you have to book early. You have to book your cruise early and you have to be ready to reserve those as soon as they become available because they're so popular. They're new and only on Icon class ships and they just sell out quickly.
Guys, here's a list of all of the complimentary. You can take a picture. I don't think I need to say them, but I'm telling you, if you don't want to eat at main dining, you can go to any one of these specialty or the complimentary dining experiences and live well. I mean, it
Yep.
is absolutely incredible. I love one of the ones I'm going to talk about here in a second to you. It's the Aquadome Marketplace. It's another recommendation too, guys. If once you get on this ship, typically everybody goes to the Windjammer or Park Cafe. Well, now you have all of these other options. I highly recommend the Aquadome Marketplace. And
That's
I'll tell
always
you,
where we ended up going first. Well, first because we wanted to try it,
yeah, you
it'd
got
be
to
a new
try it.
concept. And then when we got there, we're like, okay, great. When you board, they're totally going to the Windjammer. So we popped into Aquadome, three people. We went
Yeah,
right to the
it's
front of every booth because when you get to it, we'll talk more about that.
It
But
well, it's just so funny because like we talked about the Overlook Lounge, and I've spoken to people that have sailed a 7 day cruise, and I'm like, "What'd you think of the Overlook?" And they're like, "What are you talking about?" I go, "Well,
did you?
it's under the dome," and like, "No, we went there." And I'm like, "It's in front of the dome." Like, "Oh my God, we never even saw it." So it's oftentimes, guys, because of the experiences on board this ship, you may not find that Aquadome Marketplace until day 3 or 4. So.
True.
It is, and that's why we're doing these presentations too. Sweet treats, guys. I know this is a problem for me. I've got a sweet tooth. I'm always looking for something sweet, and if I don't go to main dining, sometimes I don't get it. But we've got sprinkles, we've got sugar beach, we've got desserted, the milkshakes, and of course, we have a fan favorite, a Starbucks. I do want to mention if you have the drink package. It does not work at Starbucks. However, we do serve Starbucks at other locations. So if
Pearl
you go to the
Cafe.
Park Cafe or on this
Pearl
ship,
Cafe.
the Pearl Cafe, yes, the Pearl Cafe is the most amazing. If I was told that I had to work on that ship, and that would be my office. The Pearl Cafe is amazing.
It is.
It's
It's at the top of the Pearl and the Promenade. So if anyone's looking for that on the deck plan, that's where it is. And you have like different sandwiches and desserts and pastries, but then it's also a full coffee bar. So lattes, teas, anything. And they use Starbucks coffee there. So if the Starbucks has a line and you don't want to pay for a Starbucks drink, you can pop up to the Pearl Cafe.
and there's so many complimentary options to eat as well. There's lunch and breakfast. It's open 24 hours. So if you get up early or you got a hankering, you can go up there and get it. And the Pearl Cafe remember I mentioned all these infinity features? It's about 28 feet of glass that you're looking out over the ocean. That's floor to ceiling. It's gorgeous. Okay, Tony and I were just talking about the Aquadome market. So we have different variations on our Icon class ships. On Legend, we will have 6 different options. Whether you want soul food, a type of sandwich, Cajun dish, we got bowls, we've got a Mexican treat. I love our protein shakes, and I've been dying for somewhere else other than Vitality Spa. They
Yeah.
finally have it, so you can get pressed juices, protein shakes, all at Simply Pressed. However, I think the fan favorite seems to be these crepes.
Creme,
Like I
creme
had
de
my
la creme.
first one ever on Icon. I've never had one before.
You've never had it. Oh, that's amazing.
No,
It
I
was
I
so popular. There was such a line for it. But once again, don't be intimidated by this line. It also moves very quickly.
Yeah, and guys, this is a grab and go. This is complimentary. You can go get all six of these if you want. What's really cool is after you get your meal, you can either eat in the marketplace or it's located under the dome. You can go sit out under the dome. I
The
always sit
overlook.
there. It is
Yeah,
gorgeous.
it is. And you'll be fighting for a table there, but again, like you said, not a lot of people realize yet that the overlook is connected and it's right there. And because of that, there's always space.
Yeah, it's a great spot, guys. Great for grab and goes too. Like if you're in a hurry and you're going to a show and you don't want to go to the Windjammer or main dining, this is just a great spot. All right, Tony's been waiting for this, so here we go. Our Royal Railroad. So this will be the first Icon class ship to have the Royal Railway. It originally popped up on Utopia of the Seas. This Royal Railway experience will follow the travels of Marco Polo. So you're going to go through the ancient silk routes that he took. You'll travel through China, through India, Persia, Turkey, Italy. And during those experiences, Tony, I have to ask you, have you ever been to a dinner theater show?
I have, yes.
Have you been to a dinner theater show on a train?
No. And I have not been to one with graphics.
So this is a dinner theater show on a train on a ship. It's amazing. So you get into the railway, they pull your ticket, you get on board, the train literally moves. Now it doesn't go forward, but it shakes, it rattles, it feels like you're actually on a train. The curtains go up, and then what you see beside you is this virtual experience. So you can see it looks like China in the background there. So for 70 minutes of your journey, you will be part of the Silk Routes that Marco Polo took. And all the courses will reflect those different areas of the country. This is a specialty dining experience. Again, these rail cars only hold 24 guests. There's two of them, so 48 guests per seating, and there's two seatings per railway. Prices start at 200, but guys, I've never seen that. The average price I've seen is around 80 to 150. It just depends on the sales, and I'm sure, Create Your Cruise is great at getting that information out to you guys when there are sales. So keep in mind, it's best to pre-book this especially on the Icon class ships. This Legend station experience is going to be very popular. However, maybe not as popular as this one. So, on our Icon class ships, we've come out with supper clubs. Guys, this is an elevated experience. It is formal. If you did not bring a jacket, we will loan you a jacket. It's fine. Again, this area, I think this only holds 42 guests. They'll play some great jazz. You'll have some great cocktails. It is a multi-course dinner. I've heard seven courses. I've heard eight. So get ready. It's a 2.5 to 3 hour dining experience, but it's a show too. Guys, this band is playing. They pair the music with the drink, with the food. So each course has its own unique flair of whether it's what you're eating, what you're drinking, or the music. And it's going to transform guests to a journey through Hollywood, through the 1910s all the way through 1950s. So the music is going to be correspond to movies, movie classics that came out in that time. And again, this is the Hollywood Land, because if you remember, that Hollywood sign used to say Hollywood Land until the land part fell off, but Hollywood Land Supper Club. And this is specialty dining. It's a very elevated experience. And guys, you can see there the types of desserts and different meals that you get. It's definitely a place if you want to celebrate or just get away. Guys, put the kids in the Adventure Ocean Kids Club and go hang out here for 2.5 hours.
This
You'll
is like
definitely
if
have a great
anyone
time.
is a Las Vegas fan, it's like Delilah's Supper Club at the Wynn. So it's got that kind of feel, but then also the cruise ship flair of pairing the music and the experience with the food. So it's very much that feel inside. It's exclusive, it's upscale, it's dressy, it's jazzy, it's all those sultry kind of feelings that you get. And then with the music and the food, it just takes it over the top.
It is a very intimate experience. It's unbelievable. Speaking of unbelievable, this class of ship offers some very unique staterooms. There's so many, I think Tawny had to bring out like a Pythagorean theorem chart to figure out the codes.
I did. You know what? I just had some clients that just got back though. They were in the Ultimate Family Townhouse. They were on Wonder, so they weren't even on this class of ship. But I got the coolest pictures from them. Like the whole family fit into the slide, and they were able to take a family photo from the top of the entire family in the slide in their room. And they said the kids just they couldn't get enough of this room. They had no interest in anything else. They only wanted to be in this room because it was so cool.
Yeah, and this definitely comes with a royal genie, so you will be
Yes,
taken care of very well.
absolutely.
On this class of ship, these townhouses are 3 stories tall. So you'll have direct access into the Surfside neighborhood. It's at the very aft of the ship. The bottom floor again, it comes directly out to the Surfside neighborhood. It has a little playground and waiting area too, where you can lounge. It has its own little bar there. You'll have an attendant that can serve you as well. And then, of course, all the different bedrooms. You see the slide. It is absolutely incredible. 3 story tall townhouse. The other amazing suites that we have in our star class are the Royal Loft Suite and the Icon Loft Suite. I
What
love,
a difference.
they're just gorgeous, guys. They
So
are,
upscale and chic.
yes, I love the colors. I love the locations. They're just gorgeous. And
And
these all come with a Royal Genie. So they will
if you
contact
don't know what
you.
that is, that means they're literally going to handle everything you need before you get to the ship. And then
Yes.
as you go, they're going to be like, what more can we do for you?
Guys, if you want rose petals at your feet, they will put rose petals at your feet. Seriously. They will contact you about 45 days prior to sailing to get all of your family's needs, requests, and if you
How
change
you
your
want
mind
your
on
suite
board,
set up? Do you want extra pillows? What kind of drinks do you want in your suite? Like very, very detailed. So if anyone is looking for a luxury experience, this is very well done in these star suites. Like your every need is taken care of. Your theater reserve, like every you have the special reserve seats where they walk you into it, so you don't even have to worry about missing a show.
it's so funny because I was on Utopia and someone was in obviously the suite and the genie put them, we were watching the Aqua Theater show and they got walked down to the front row. And I'm like, wait a minute, do they know that that's a wet zone? Because our Aqua Theater show, they will get wet. And I was shocked. They gave the whole family towels and they loved it. These kids were jumping around like crazy. It was awesome. Some other amazing suites we have, guys, are Sky Class, the Owner Suite, the Sunset Corner. So again, because of the design of this ship, we have some very unique suites, like that Sunset Corner Suite, the Sunset Suite, the Infinite Grand. I want you guys to notice one thing about all these. Look where the beds, besides the Infinite Grand Suite, look where all those beds are facing. They're facing out towards the ocean. Just a great view, whether you're going to sleep, waking up. They're just stunning. I love what we did with our suite class on these Icon class ships. Here's another one is the Surfside Family Suite. Remember in the very beginning when I was talking about Surfside and I showed those cabins that had the teal side? So this is those. This is exactly what these look like from the inside. And then of course you have the Junior Suite on the right-hand side. And one thing we have done is elevate our sweet neighborhood area. This is definitely something that I'm excited about. I know on our some of our older ships, some of the experiences aren't quite like this because it does come with your own sweet sun deck pool. It's got its own restaurant. You've got your own whirlpool. And my favorite is this coastal kitchen. Guys, the location of this coastal kitchen it's under the dome. It's 2 stories tall. It's a specialty dining experience for every meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And while you're eating, you get to watch an Aqua Theater show. It's in the perfect spot. And I love that it's 2 story. It's so elegant and gorgeous. I love it. And of course, because of this ship, guys, we have so many different accessible suites and staterooms. You can see there the entire list. I do love the fact that on our loft suites, we do have elevators that will take guests up to the second floor. We've got wider roll-in showers. We have wider door frames. Typically, I was just on Utopia, and the door width is 36 inches versus 33. Guys, these are way bigger. Um, and listen, if there's any needs that you have, it could be you're fearing of slipping in a shower. Guys, we will put an anti-slip mat in the shower. If there's anything you need, please work with your Create Your Cruise advisors. They will reach out directly to us or work with me to make sure that your experiences are exactly what it is that you need. And that goes from everything from dietary to that anti-slip mat in the shower. Now, I told you in the very beginning I was going to tell you the itineraries of the Legend of the Seas. So when she comes out, which is going to be soon, she'll be sailing from Barcelona to Rome, doing 7 night Western Mediterranean, and then it's got to come over here to Fort Lauderdale, guys. So she's going to do a transatlantic. So if you want to get on a ship that's relatively brand new, it literally is brand new, um, and then it's going to come to Fort Lauderdale and do our 6 and 8 night itineraries. I am really excited about that 8 night, guys, because it's a Southern Caribbean. Typically, we're Eastern, Western, and guys, I've done
Hmm.
it, been there, done that. But 8 nights in Southern, please sign me up. Another big thing I have a lot of folks do is they do a back to back. So they'll do a 6 and an 8, they'll do 14 nights, and they'll get the Western and Southern. And all of those go to Perfect Day as well. So that's not going to get held out. All right, Tony, your turn.
Exciting. So you now have the icon and the star, which will continue doing 7 night offerings. You have from Miami and Port Canaveral covered. And then Legend will head down into Fort Lauderdale and do these 6 and 8 nights. So we have a special for all of you who have made time to join us this evening. We are going to be offering some onboard credits for you. So this is going to be for almost all sailings, but particularly we're focusing on the Legend of the Seas since that's what we're talking about here. So we are offering an onboard credit for you if you book within the next 2 weeks. So we have interiors and ocean views receiving $75 of onboard credit, balcony rooms receiving $100. Standard suites are going to include 200, and if you book the Icon class with any of this grand and above suites, we're going to give you $500 of onboard credit. So some extra incentives, some goodies for you to spend on all of those amazing experiences on board. And then I believe, Kirk, if you continue, we also have some special pricing for you. So we have all kinds of great sailings with Royal Caribbean in general, but for Legend of the Seas, we wanted to highlight some special savings for you. So if you want to do the Mediterranean, we have sailing starting at 2200, so that'll be for October. And if you want to go more into that September season, you have the option of doing a little bit more, 2400 to do those 7 night Mediterranean cruises. We also have the transatlantic on special. We have it for almost half off,
Yeah, I'm
2520.
blown away. I just saw that. I didn't realize that was the transatlantic. Holy cow.
Yes. So for those of you who are ready to experience a transatlantic, maybe for the first time or maybe for the first time just on one of these ships, this is a fantastic price for you. You will not be bored. You will be entertained every day. And for those of you who want to do it when it comes to the Caribbean, we have a variety of options for you, including holiday sailings. As you can see, the holiday sailings always go for a more premium rate, given that they are the most popular times to sail. But you can get on board for as little as 2,000 per person or 1,600 per person for those 6 nights. And you can also do an 8 night for as little as 2,400 if you're flexible on dates. So we have all of these exclusive rates. These are refundable deposits. Some of them are approaching final payment, but they are per person based on double occupancy. So with this, you will also get those onboard credits. So you could literally do that Legend of the Seas transatlantic for $5,000 for a couple. You're also going to receive $100 of onboard credit. So this is very exciting savings for you. These will be valid for until they sell out. So we will be offering these with the onboard credit exclusive for the next 2 weeks.
Guys, I just want to say something here. When it was, gosh, a couple of years ago, we had done a presentation on Icon, and I only saw my portion of the presentation. And then when we got in the end here, and Tawny and Create Your Cruise had posted the prices, I actually called and booked my family to do spring break last year on Icon of the Seas because these prices were so incredible.
They
So
did. They beat your friends and
they
family right
listen,
on
I
those
can't even get
sailings.
prices that low. So just to let you guys know, I booked through Create Your Cruise. Um,
It's true. Thank
And
you for
it's a
your
testament again to Julie and Tawny and the team there putting together some amazing packages for you guys. So if there's any questions, Tawny and I would love to answer them. Um, Hopefully, we gave you enough information to make some great decisions. And just to let you know, there are three Icon class ships now, and we'll be excited to talk about Hero in a couple months, maybe. We'll see.
Yes, absolutely. We have the preliminary details on Hero. So if you've already booked your Legend, you can let us know about Hero as well. But um, Julie, did we have any other questions that we get? I know you've been answering as we go.
Yes, we did have one. I just wanted to clarify about the adult pool. I know that everybody's seen the social media on Hero that it's going to be changed to two adult pools, one with a big swim up bar. That change is not on Legend, unless I'm wrong, Kirk, and then you can
It is not.
correct
That
me.
is on, yes, that's one great thing too. We knew that when Icon came out. So guys, remember this. We're designing these ships about 10 years before we even start making them. And then once we start cutting the metal, we're already working on a couple of these ships. So the design has to stay. But one thing we noticed on Icon was the swim and tonic, the hideaway pool, some of the other pools. We needed them to be bigger. So that gave us the leisure of then changing the design on Legend of the Seas because she hadn't been fully designed yet. Guys, the area on Hero for that, it'll be twice the size for that hideaway pool area. It's going to have the largest swim up bar at sea, and it's going to have that overhanging hideaway bar as well.
Yeah, so exciting things to look forward to. But I will say, I loved the pool as it was on Icon and
I
Star.
know.
Still a great
Listen,
time.
seven pools on five different decks. Guys, I challenge you. Even our Oasis class ships used to have four pools. Now there's three. I challenge you to find where you can't find space on the ship for a pool. I mean, there's
It's
so
true.
many, you're gonna find it. And remember, Tawny and I told you about the secret ones, Cloud 17 and the Cove. We're only
And
three
there's
people
like
there.
there's shade, there's suns, there's a little bit of everything for everybody depending on where you go. Even in Hideaway, they had some great shade spots built in for being in the back of the pool or back of the ship where you're a little more exposed. So I challenge you as well. Let us know if you can't find a pool.
We just got a great question that came in, which I think we should address. We have some guests who are really loyal to Celebrity.
Okay.
Great product, great product. So they've earned their Elite Plus or Elite status, and they just want to make sure that that's going to carry over to Royal Caribbean. So if you could
Yeah,
weigh in
guys,
on
so
that.
we have a new program, and this is another thing I love about the Royal Caribbean group. So you can be part of the celebrity um, membership, the club, and your points, you can, if you want to sail on Royal Caribbean, you would let us know 14, at least 14 days prior to sailing that you want your points to count towards your celebrity status. And you will get reciprocity with our brand. So whatever status you are with celebrity, that will transfer over to Royal. So you'll get the same amenities, if not more, because I know celebrity amenities can be a little bit stronger on some of the ships. Although these Icon class ships have some strong amenities as well. So there's reciprocity between what you get. You'll get the same benefits from whatever tier you're at. And let us know. Your points will count if you're sailing on 7 nights on Legend. I'm sorry, 6 or 8 on Legend. Those will count towards your celebrity status. So you can grow your celebrity points by sailing on Royal Caribbean as well. And let me
And I
mention Silver Sea as well. You can sail on Silver Sea and do the same thing.
Yeah, so I'm elite on celebrity, and when I go in royal, they status match to my celebrity as well. So I go to diamond, which means I get all the great things, including
Lucky.
those free drinks every day, the
Yeah.
discounts on the Wi-Fi. Like it's a really great program that you get. So if you have any kind of status across the three brands, make sure you do your status match. That way you get the onboard, and then as Kirk mentioned, you can decide where your points go, so you can continue to get higher and then still status match across the board.
Yeah, and it's a great thing for the Elite Plus member who just asked this question to know because it is a great perk on Royal Caribbean. Once you build up your status and your diamond and you get those 4 free drinks a day, and then your diamond plus, you get those 5 free drinks a day. It's a great perk. Great, great
It is.
perk. So our last question, there are some guests who, of course, have been on Celebrity, so they are used to having a beverage package included. They're wondering if Royal Caribbean has any kind of inclusive rate of a beverage package or how buying a beverage package works.
So we do have packages. I did look to see if there was anything recent. I did not see it, but we've introduced some new packages where you can bundle. So if while you're on the cruise or prior to the cruise, you can bundle various excursions, drink packages. I saw one that included a drink package on a 4 night sailing, and it also included our Royal Beach Club and the Hideaway. So you can bundle things like that, and it offers up to a 40% discount. And that package was $101 per day, and that included all you can drink, included the Royal Beach Club, and included the Hideaway experience. There are some where it is, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank on the name of it, but you can purchase the specialty dining package where you get to eat at all the specialty dinings. It includes Voom, it includes the Royal Beach Club, and it includes a full-on deluxe beverage package. And I think that was around $150. And that's incredible, guys. These bundled prices are bringing a great value to all those different amenities that you want to add on to your experience. So I love that we're doing that. And I'm happy to see that the pricing is really strong.
Agreed. Those are great offers when you want the discounts and you see those bundled packages. You can save a lot of money. And then another thing that you can do is pay close attention. Make sure you have the app downloaded if you're going to sail with Royal Caribbean because you guys have all kinds of really wonderful sales. Your promotional offerings, they're not a set price across the board. It fluctuates on each sailing, but you can find 30% off, 40% off, 35% off certain items and things that you want. And I just, whenever I'm booked, I make sure I stay on that app. I check it every couple of weeks or couple of days, depending on when I'm going to sail, and just look at what's being offered because sometimes there are upgrades that just make sense for you that you just didn't think of yet.
I do the same thing. If I got a drink package and it was 75 and I'm like, what the heck? I
Yep,
am watching that like the stock market. Is it going to go to 64.99? Yes, I got it. So I'll cancel and
absolutely.
just get the new price.
Yep. So
I'm
that's
right
something
there with
that
you
you can
guys.
also. Right, Julie, do we have any more? I know we've been here for a while, so thank you all for staying.
Yes, thanks everybody for the great questions. Lots of excitement, of course, to go on these ships. And I tell you, it is a cruise you will never forget. Kurt is right. The entertainment is just unbelievable. Like I have to tell you, one of my most unbelievable moments on Star of the Seas was they brought out this big giant during the aqua show. They brought out this big giant spear, and they had the motorcycles racing in it. Like I couldn't believe they were doing that on a ship. I just couldn't believe it. I saw
How are
that
they
in
not wrecked?
Shanghai.
Crazy.
It's a
Yeah.
marvel. These ships are
Yeah.
an absolute marvel. They really are. Well, very good. Thank you, Kirk, for joining us. Thank you, Julie, for handling those Q&As for us. And we appreciate all of you for joining us tonight. If you would like a copy of this, it will be available on YouTube tomorrow, as well as sent out via email to everyone who registered along with our specials. So give us a call. We're ready to book your cruise on Legend of the Seas, and everyone have a great evening.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.